Most people think electric cars are new, like they started with Tesla. But electric cars are actually older than gasoline cars. They've been evolving for almost 200 years, and the reason they disappeared wasn't because the idea was bad. It was because batteries weren't ready. In the early 1800s, inventors figured out how to turn electricity into motion, using early electric motors and simple batteries. By the mid-1800s, people even built electric carriages. They weren't fast and didn't go far, but the core idea was already there. A motor powered by stored energy, quiet, smooth and clean. Here's the surprising part. Around the early 1900s, electric vehicles were often seen as the better choice, especially in cities. Gas cars were loud, smoky, and hard to start. You had to hand crank them. Electric cars were easier. No crank, less noise, and simpler controls. So EVs became popular for short city trips, taxis, and wealthy buyers who wanted comfort. Then gasoline won for three big reasons. 1. Range. Gas cars could go farther and refueling was quick. 2. Mass production. The Model T made gas cars affordable for everyone. 3. Fuel infrastructure. Oil got cheap and gas stations spread everywhere. Meanwhile, batteries stayed heavy, expensive, and slow to refill. By the 1930s, EVs mostly vanished from normal roads. But electric power didn't die. It just moved into places where range didn't matter. Factories, warehouses, forklifts, and small utility vehicles. EVs became the quiet workers, useful, reliable, and ignored. In the 1970s oil crisis, people worried gas might not always be available. So EVs returned as prototypes. But batteries still weren't good enough, and the hype faded. In the 1990s, pollution and emissions rules pushed automakers to try again. Still, the same problem remained. Battery cost, limited range, and limited charging. Everything changed with lithium-ion batteries, the same tech that powered laptops and smartphones. Now batteries could store more energy, last longer, and deliver real performance. Then Tesla and other companies changed the story. EVs weren't slow eco-cars. They became fast, smooth, high-tech machines with instant torque and software updates like a smartphone. Charging networks expanded, and suddenly EVs weren't a future idea. They were a real option. Today, electric cars are growing because they're efficient, low maintenance, and increasingly supported by charging. But the next evolution is even bigger. Faster charging, cheaper batteries, better recycling, and maybe solid-state batteries that improve range and safety. So EVs didn't evolve in a straight line. They evolved like all tech: early invention, long wait, then sudden explosion. If charging took 3 minutes like gas, would you switch to an EV? Yes or no?